Skilled automotive and diesel technicians are essential to our daily lives. From passenger vehicles for personal transportation to trucks that carry supplies across the nation, mechanics play an important role in keeping society moving. It's why investing in apprenticeship programs are so important to the next generation of workers and our country.
You know, in the last few years, everybody's waking up to apprenticeships. That it's a great way to go. That not everybody necessarily has to go to college, and that maybe this is a way to start training young people to get into the workforce.
Ira Stern is the coordinator for the Youth Transition to Work program with IAM CREST, which partners with IAM District 15 in New Jersey, helping high school students transition to jobs in the automotive and diesel technology fields.
What I enjoy about it is, you know, I'm not a salesman, but I do, you know, in a way I am marketing this, but it's easy because there's no cost to the young person involved, and it does get them a career. You know, they have to put in the time and they have to put in the effort, but if they do, you know, they could live a comfortable middle-class lifestyle.
The beauty of this program is there's no cost to the student. It's funded primarily through a grant from the state of New Jersey. To qualify for a spot, each applicant must pass a basic math and reading test, have a driver's license, and attend an interview. To complete the 4-year apprenticeship, students are required to have at least 1,000 hours of on-the-job training and 144 hours of classroom instruction per year. Students will also walk away with not one, but 2 certifications.
First is a union certification that they finished our apprenticeship program, and then we also, they're eligible for a certification from the United States Department of Labor. That says that you're a registered automotive or diesel technician, and you could take that certification and go anywhere with it.
Another vital component is job placement. This is where Christina Valario steps in, finding IAM-represented shops for apprentices to get hands-on experience and also learn from some of the best mechanics in the field.
The hands-on training is where the mentor take the apprentice and they teach them and they apply what they learn in the classroom. That's how they get to learn the trade and become a seat technician, then bid technician, and they move up to the scale within 4 years. Some of our apprentices reach that level of master technician with 4 or 5 years.
Each year, IRA visits nearly 50 schools in the New Jersey area and conducts close to 400 interviews. Without question, it's been a game changer. Each student has a unique why, but they all agree it's the best choice they could have made.
My grandfather used to work on cars, and I always, liked it when he was younger. He was always showing me how to work on cars and all that, and I picked it up since I was a little kid.
Mike always knew he wanted to have a career that was hands-on. In high school, after hearing Ira's presentation, is when everything fell into place.
He comes into the school, he gives a presentation, sees whoever's interested. We get a placement test that we take. Whoever scores, he picks upon that.
Mike just completed his 3rd year in the automotive program. Today, he works at Crown Cadillac.
In the beginning, I really liked electrical work, and then they started giving me a lot of noise problems, rattles here, rattles there, and I started really liking those just because, it's always a challenge. You're always guessing, oh, maybe it's here, maybe it's there.
And if Mike ever needs any help, he can ask Chris, his automotive class teacher and mentor.
The most satisfying thing I see is at the beginning of a semester. They're quiet, maybe they're a little more timid, and then to see them by the end of the semester, how they're actually working on their own vehicles.
Chris is a 24-year IAM member. He teaches the automotive class 2 nights a week. He believes in this program and understands the value of mentoring.
That's how I learned too. When I first got hired, they didn't just throw me in the shop. They put me under someone who's already had, 15, 20 years experience.
Experience that can't be taught from a textbook. It's like having a human tool in your toolbox.
It's not until you really get that real life hands-on, you see things are rusted, things don't come out easy. At school, it's everybody done took it apart 30 times, so it's gonna be easy to, take a bolt out or something like that. But here, it's things been on the road for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and you gotta heat things up. So it's not perfect, but like, you know, having the older guys to teach you certain techniques that you should use or certain things to look out for so you don't make your day longer than it needs to be.
Joas is proof that the program works. He completed the IAM's diesel program 5 years ago. But it wasn't his first choice. After high school, he was accepted into the New Jersey Institute of Technology. But there was a pretty hefty price tag attached to this opportunity. That's when his high school shop teacher introduced him to IRA.
They said that they would pay for my schooling, they'll give me a job, and it was all free. Now, it sounded too good to be true, but I figured, you know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, college will always be here, but this program, it was kind of like once in a lifetime opportunity. And I was skeptical, but, you know, I took the chance.
Joas is thankful he took a chance because it's given him much more than a career.
It definitely changed my whole trajectory of life and just even my mindset, is understanding how things work. Like, I literally look at life differently because of this job, so I would say that it's definitely been beneficial.
Bill joined the IAM's diesel apprenticeship program right after high school. For the last 3 years, he's been working on diesel engines at Cambria. Under, or rather inside the hood of one of these beauties, is where he feels at home.
Well, I went with the diesel route because, firstly, there's a lot more space working on trucks than on cars. Easier to fit into the spots. Also because you get opportunity for a little bit higher pay if you're willing to work on heavier, dirtier equipment. So I'm willing to work on that.
Bill recently took advantage of another opportunity.
I was promoted to C-Tech because I got the engine training for TAC RMX. So with that training came more responsibilities, so I ended up getting bumped up to a C-Tech from my apprentice position. It's nice to have a little bump in pay that comes up with that.
It just goes to show that hard work and dedication pays off. At 16 years old, Sergio moved to the United States from El Salvador with his parents and siblings. He learned English here and started attending high school. That's where he learned about the IAM's automotive program. Since Sergio wasn't eligible for financial aid due to his immigration status, he jumped at the chance and applied for a spot.
Yeah, I applied to it. I went through all the tests, and I had an interview with Mr. Ira, and that's how I found out.
Sergio was accepted into the automotive program. He recently completed his 3rd year and loves his job at Crown Cadillac. It's hard for him to describe just how much this opportunity has changed his life.
Changed it completely because otherwise I will be doing more physical work. I'm very glad that Mr. Ira gave me the chance because there were other 30 students applying for that spot, and I don't know, he saw something maybe in me. I have tried to do the best I could.
Every student echoes the same sentiment. Without Ira, this program would not be where it is today.
But he's actually helped everybody get a job, helped them set up for interviews. Let's say if you don't know how to do an interview, and he'll literally do like a kind of a one-on-one interview, just so you know like how to, you know, properly dress, what to say, you know, make sure you present yourself. He's pretty much like almost like a father figure when it comes to the program because he's making sure you go in the right path.
In high school, Alex took a culinary class. Becoming a mechanic never crossed his mind. But after hearing Ira's presentation and visiting a few shops, his future started to look very different.
I feel like this program has changed me a lot because from cooking to automotive, it's a big difference. I was kind of hesitant that I was going to get accepted. When I got accepted, I probably had the biggest smile on my face. To find out that I'm going to have a job right after high school, get a free school.
Today, he works at Penske as an off-site diesel technician.
I have a service truck with the air compressor, all my tools are in it. I go to a company called Allied Beverage, and I go to them on site. And I have to take care of about 100 trucks there on site. So if anything breaks down in the morning, I have to be the first one to respond, and I fix it there on the spot. So I'll do check engine lights, tires, anything that comes my way.
While Alex still enjoys cooking, it's safe to say he's found his real passion.
I love this place. I can never say anything about it. Everyone always asks me, do I ever complain about my job? I can never have any complaints. If you're in high school now, join the program. It's probably the best thing you can ever do.
It's clear this program creates an environment for success, not just for the present, but also for the future. The students that leave this program today will be the workforce of tomorrow. It's our responsibility to teach the next generation of workers the skills that will put them on the path to a good-paying middle-class job and a future they only dreamed of living.
I just want to thank the National Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, for the chance. It has changed my life.